Hello everyone, Dustin here on my channel Steepled Hat Studios. I'm going to start this video out a little differently today, and the reason being is if you look at my room here, I've got everything everywhere. It's kind of turned into a big old warehouse. So instead of moving everything, I'm just going to get right into this video today of this item unboxing. I have another larger box here today from Warlord Games, taking advantage of their summer sale and their deals. I went and got a new rule book of another game I want to start playing and putting together after Hail Caesar gets rolling. So we'll look at that with the unboxing. But yeah, like I said, I've got a whole bunch of things on here related to eBay and business sales. You saw my towers here before that I've talked about in the other video. If you guys want to see that or check them out, they're on eBay and Etsy. I'll put links as I usually do in the description below. Just an update on what I'm doing here. These are D&D figures that I have been doing here. Just to update you on what I've been up to. These are some D&D figures here that I've been doing for my cousin. They've been my main focus. I just have these guys to do, and when they're all done, I will get back into these fine fellows here, which are the Romans. And I got a bunch of Principes stuck in there that I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna be adding to their army. Right. Now that's all of the way. Here's that lovely mess again. Let's go right into the unboxing. So this box I got from Warlord Games here has a different game in it. This is gonna be the last, I want to say this is going to be my last unboxing for a while. I've got way many toys in Hail Caesar to do up, and I'm not a speed painter. It takes some time to paint it. So I just wanted to get into this game because one of my friends that I met while playing Hail Caesar also wants to play this, and I went to a summer skirmish. That's an event that shows off all the historical. Summer skirmish is an event where they show different historical reenactments, like black powder weapons and wars throughout the ages. Like they've got Vikings and medieval and Civil War kind of a showcase going on there at the summer skirmishes. I'm sure a lot of museums have it, but in Calgary in Canada, they have one every summer. And we went to that, and I really liked seeing the gunpowder age. But I'm more of a medieval kind of guy, so we decided to do Pike and Shotte. Because in Pike and Shotte, we're gonna get guns, black powder, but there's still kind of the medieval aspect, right? You still get pikes. You're still gonna have swordsmen running around. Don't mind me as I take forever to open this. But yeah, like, I decided to go along with it because the cannons are pretty cool. I can still use melee. And the Warlord games like Black Powder, Hail Caesar and all that, they're all related because they use a similar rule set, right? So that took me way too long to open, but there it is. Let's open it. They still have this on right now, but it will end soon, where you buy a rule book for a game, and you also get a pack or a box of infantry out of their selection to go along with it. So let's open all that there. I'm going to be playing, oh, nicely packaged. I'm going to have the Imperial Infantry that I'm going to open up here soon. That's going to be my main army in Pike and Shotte, whereas my friend is going to be the Swedes. It's going to be Sweden. Alright, who prepared this for me? We always got to look at this. Today it was Erdry, I cannot read your handwriting. Andre P. Thank you, Andre P, for preparing this order at Warlord Games. So I got the Imperial Infantry. I have here, I got it because I thought I needed one just because they're awesome. The Pike and Shotte light cannon and crew. So it's used for the English Civil War and 30-year war, it says at the top there. Obviously I'm doing a 30-year war, but it's going to be the smaller cannon. We'll open that and look at that as well. They've also given me a fine fellow here, which is the Pike and Shotte. Oh, it's a nice book. The Pike and Shotte's main guy on the front here. I don't know his name, but so let's look at the Pike and Shotte book first. It's very similar to the Hail Caesar book. It looks the exact same. You get kind of a typical looking dude on the front. Hail Caesar's the Imperial Roman, and then you get a whole bunch of different, we call them black lung cigarette pictures of all the different soldier types. So it's a hardcover book. You know, there's a funny thing. Me and buddy Grant, we talk about this. He ordered these books before from England, and when they reach Canada, they fall apart. Our part of Canada is rather dry, and I guess it's rather moist and humid in England. So the books sometimes get here and they fall apart because it's too dry here. But this one looks in fine condition. Look at that. You got the pictures there, the art. I won't go through it. You can look at Pike and Shotte on your own. But the book is basically like their Black Powder and their Hail Caesar game. If you play any of them or haven't played the other, the rule is set's the same. Like, you're gonna jump into Hail Caesar and you've played Pike and Shotte, you're gonna be like, hey, it uses the same kind of stat lines, right? You've got like hand-to-hand combat, weapons, units. It's the same base of rules. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'm building my army based off of the point system they've got in the book here. I think there's some other point systems they have as well, but they're in a different book. Here is the fellow that's on the cover here. He comes with a book. Pike and Shotte, I think, is the only rule book that gives you a guy. No, Hail Caesar, I think, sometimes does. But they give you a nice flag here. This is the King's Guard colors, right? I probably won't use this because I believe it is a an English-related item. But hey, what do we got here? Okay. So there's no flagpole or anything. You have to get a wire spear. But basically you get a fine-looking gentleman there with a nice mustache. I love the mustaches in this era. He's got the armor typical of it, and on the side of the sprue, he's got his hand there, right? And then he'll just be glued onto there with his gun, and he's supposed to be like this fellow. I'm going to convert him to an Imperial, so I'm going to have to find a nice flag that's got the Imperial Eagle with the yellow background on it, and he can carry that to war. Let's focus in on him there. But yeah, this guy's got a lot of detail in him, finely crafted, good for Warlord games. It's a little bigger scale than the other Warlord game stuff I'm used to, like Immortals from Hoplites and stuff. So I'm going to be interested to open up these Imperial Infantry and see what they look like in comparison to him. The other item I got, of course, was the Pike and Shotte Light Gun and Crew, and I'll do that next because I want to put a little more time on the Imperial Infantry box set. Let's see if I can open it here. Did anyone prepare this for me? Yep, Becky M. You've done it before, you've done it again. Thank you again for preparing this. And we'll pull out these guys here. So I got the light cannon, and I like Pike and Shotte cannons. It kind of remind me of the Empire. I used to play Empire and Warhammer, and I think the Imperials will be a good one to play with. So the cannon's going to come on, you got the kind of base here, the wooden base that sits on. The wheels will be separate, and they're just going to have like the plugs there that you'll have to glue on like so. You're going to have to do a bit of shaving by the looks of it on the spoke. Or not the spoke, but the, I don't know, it's called the axle. That's what it's called. And then the cannon's just basically, again, got the slot. It's actually very much like a Warhammer cannon. And you just plop it in there, and your cannon will be made. So it looks really nicely done. I like the barrel size on the light ones, not too small, not too big. I do want to get the rest of the other cannons. The crewmen, it comes with 3 crew here. And in my opinion, they don't really look German. Well, they didn't look German on the site. But we'll look at this guy first. I think they look a little more from other countries, but that doesn't matter. I'll make them German. It could be mercenaries. Size-wise, alongside the first man I opened, I have to figure out his actual name. Yeah, good scale. I mean, the guy's head on the left might be a little bigger, but height and scale-wise together, great. So at least I know that the cannon crewmen and metal are going to match up. You got the guy there who's plugging the cannon, he's getting ready to fire another one. And then the last guy here, he's got kind of like a chest. What's he got? He's pulling out gunpowder probably. And he's calculating, so, oh no, that's just the lid. He's got an arm here you gotta glue on for the lid. And I'm assuming there's gunpowder in there. Whatever it is, great 3-person crewman for the cannon there. So I'll set those up and make them more Imperial looking. Finally, we're going to open these Imperial Infantry. This box set, it's got 44 plastic, and it will have metal pieces too. With Pike and Shotte Infantry in plastic, they've done what they've done with the Celts and Hail Caesar. They have a basic Pike and Shotte set, okay? So in Hail Caesar you get a box of Celts, they're Celts with these upgrades. If you buy the Britain box set, it's the same plastic sprues, but they put metal upgrades in it. Same with the Germans and the Dacians, I do believe. So when you buy Hail Caesar Celts, it's actually all the same plastic-based screw with upgrades. The Imperial Infantry are the same. They have a basic Pike and Shotte plastic sprue with similar-looking gunmen and pikemen, and then the different boxes will have metal upgrades. So like the Swedish will have their own upgrades. The Imperials have their own upgrades. So yeah. I am really impressed by this packaging. This is the first time I think I've got a box with plastic wrap on it from Warlord Games. Maybe I opened one before that had it. I don't know. I just think it's so nicely packaged, whereas where everywhere else I buy them, they come opened or have been opened. Not that that really matters, as long as the models are fine. It's just funny opening something that's so new. This is the weighty part of the box, or rather the heavy part of the package as I open it here. A heavy parcel. Oh, it's even got a little bit of an instruction thing here, and I'm going to dump out the metal pieces. Okay, so they put all the metal pieces in a separate bag here, and we'll look at those after. But let's look at these main ones here. Alright, so it's going to give you a bit of a ditty here about the 30 Years' War and what's it about, and probably tell you more about the Imperial Infantry. Oh, that's nice. They even give you stats for your troops. That's something I've never seen in Hail Caesar, where they give me stats except for a starter box. Nice picture, more info. And they give you flags. Now, I'm not going to cut these flags out and use them, but these ones here are just the banners that they give you an idea about all the different regiments that would have been, I guess, in the Imperial. Some might be Spanish in there, some might be French, I'm not sure. But yeah, it gives you some basic colors. You can also find these in the rule book that show you some different banners and colors they used. And then on the back here, that's the one I want to get something like that one going and put him on a flag banner too. Then it gives me something about Wallenstein here, which is a major player in the 30 Years' Wars. Oh, and wow, this is nice. They have given you some Rendera bases, and these are the nice Rendera bases. I have two. I get some packs give me these 15mm things, which I cannot use. We use 160mm frontages, but these are all 40 and 20mm, and then these longer bases here. So this one's going to be really useful for me, and I will use them straight away with Pike and Shotte. So what do we got here? 1, 2, 3. We have 3 identical sprues, and then what looks like a command sprue here. So let's go up close here. These guys are a nice size. I thought these guys would be smaller, but they're pretty good for this size. Let's see if we can get some better light on the details here. Okay, so size-wise they're nice, and if I put them beside my gunmen here, I always be wary with the Warlord products because they have different sizes. Oh, okay, so you can see here the metal guy might be a little bigger in the head proportion and such like that, but honestly, side by side on the battlefield, they're gonna be fine together. Plus, this guy's a commander; he might not even be in a unit. So great size on this. I want to say these are pretty realistic sizes. The head's not overly huge. The hands are. Let's see if we can get really close to someone's hand here. I don't know if my camera can handle that. But hand size and detail-wise, like these are really nicely detailed. So a sprue comes with 13 bodies on there, and the heads are already attached. You're just going to put arms and accessories on. So you're going to get 13 a sprue, and this box will give you 39 of your regular guys. The sprue comes with how many pikes? It looks like there's 2 pikes with arms attached. So I guess that's for these guys in their pose here. And then there's 2 pikes with nothing on them. So the basic sprue has a whole bunch of different cool hats on it. Let's take a look there. So you get kind of the wide brimmed hats. You get some hats that might not really be imperialistic, but might be from other parts of the world that was involved in this time frame. And you get a bunch of plumes on there. You get guns. Of course, you're going to need guns and stuff. So they've got the rifles. There's not a whole lot for individual handguns. They're all going to be your longer rifles. And then you get some of those stands, right? You get the rifle stands that they stick out. You get just 2, so there must have to be some more. I'll have to figure out how to put them together. And you get sidearms. They're kind of like the little dinky rapier sorts. So that's the basic sprue from what I see on the Pike and Shotte Imperialist, and they, like I said, all of those sprues will be the same, no matter what box set you get from Pike and Shotte plastic sets. The command sprue here, again, will be similar between all of them, and you get a fellow with the sash here. Nice hair, by the way. Look at that long flowing hair. They're pretty metal back in the day, eh? And this guy looks like he's just a basic fellow. You get kind of like that, what is it called, that ribbed sleeve, so you can paint it all different colors. Reminds me of the Empire or something like that. You basically get 3 fancy looking guys. They have some individual sidearms, not the full length ones. They got some spears here, typical of the age. That guy's got a fancy hat there with the feather in it. You get a drummer and a guy with a flag. This guy's even got like a halberd going here. So the command sprue looks like it's got a bunch of options that you can set up for each unit, however you want to set it up. I'll have to read through the rules and check how it's done. But yeah, that's the basics of the Pike and Shotte plastic sprue. And like I said, they'll be the same throughout all of the Pike and Shotte boxes. You can go online and check it out. What do we got here? Oh, they gave me pikes, did they? They gave you some wire spears also. I don't know if I'll... Actually, I may need them because the pikemen don't have all the pikes. Now, are the pikes they give me in line with this? That's the other question. Yes, I think they are. Let's check. So the pikes, the wire spears they give you in this set are on the same length as the pikes. So they've been thoughtful of that. They want you to have as many pikemen as you can, or however many they've given me here to field. So they give you some of those to put on your pike unit. Thank you again, Becky M. So let's look at all the metal contents in this one here. Let's see if we can make this a bit bigger. Okay. So that was the plastic pieces of it. Let's look at all the metal things. Okay. Separate these guys. First thing I noticed right away is that they have some precast metal fellow. Ooh, look at him. Fancy. Standing on a rock. Okay, so we actually get a bunch of metal guys in here too. So it looks like the plastic guys might be the gunmen, and then they've given me more Imperial looking metal fellows. Because these guys look like they're holding on to pikes. How many do you get in here? This guy's got his arm down like so. He's going to hold the pike in one hand while he marches. How many of these do you get in this box? You got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you only get 4 metal Imperial pikemen. However, what they give you in this box set is they give you a whole mess of these Morian helmets, and we'll focus in on that. The Imperial style Morian helmets. Some of them have more of a cone look, some of them are more, I'm going to call them conquistador, Spanish look, and some of them have a plume in the back, okay? So these helmets you'll want to put on the plastic guys to make them look closer to these Imperials. With this set here, like I said, you get this guy kneeling here, so he's going to be kind of your specialized Imperial commander. And he doesn't have a hat on, but I mean, there's a whole bunch of hats. They've given you extra of those gun racks, we'll call them. You get, there's 8 of them, 12. You get a whole bunch. You get 16 metal ones at least. So they're giving you 16 metal racks to hold up your guys, and then in the plastic box set it's 2 a sprue, so you're gonna get what is that, 18, 22 of them. That should be enough to outfit 2 units if you're doing 160 mil like me. And like I said, you get a whole bunch of hats. Look like some of them fell off when they were shook. Hats and helmets. They give you a, looks like someone's upgrade for the commander. They give you kind of those German brimmed hats with almost like a pike or just a spear. And they give you a whole bunch of those different hats. I'll probably use these hats for the most part, because that's what I see the Imperials wearing, and they're the most flashiest type of hat out there. Oh, and here's somebody else's arm. I guess that makes sense. This is the commander's arms. He gets a left arm here. He's going to hold up a flag maybe, I don't know. Or a gun or something, and then he's gonna have a, oh, maybe that's not right, maybe he's got the spear. I guess you can give him an option. He has an open hand for putting something in, or you can just give him a spear. I'll probably just give him a spear. Put him in the pike rank or something. Alright, so how many pikemen could I actually make in this set? Well, considering there's 4 pikes in the box set there, that means for 3 sprues you're gonna get 12 pikes, and then they've given me another 4 here. So you can make that's only 16 pikemen. That's no good. Because my plan is I want to make a unit of 24 guys. I'm going to follow the 3 ranks, and I'm doing 160 millimeters as my frontage. So if I only get 4, 8, and 12, that's only 16 pikes. I need 8 more. So I'm going to have to get some wire spears. I have some sticking around that I'll probably just use. So yeah, unfortunately, if you get this box set and you're doing 160 mil like me in the frontage, you are not going to have enough to do all of the pikemen when it comes to the actual pikes. These guys are fine as the metal models they are. However, you're going to have to convert a whole bunch of these fine fellows, the plastic fellows, into them, which is fine because they give you a whole mess of helmets that you can mix and match. You get plenty of helmets to do that. I actually think that these plastic box sets, you'd be better off doing mostly gunmen. Like, you'd probably want to get 2 at least, because then you can make 16 and have some left over. So that's probably what I'll end up doing. I can't really think on how many I'm gonna need right now, but yeah, I'll probably end up getting another box or 2 of these guys, and then what will happen is that I build them in a way that I get my at least 2 units of pikemen and then 4 units of gunmen, because it's something like the Imperials let you have. For 1 pike unit you can have 2 units of the musketeers, the guys with the guns. So anyway, that's enough of me blabbing today. That's me opening the Imperial box set. The details on these are awesome, nicely done. I definitely see how they could be very generic and cover lots of different eras. I mean, like I said, they give you all those different kind of hats there from eras. I'll use them in the Imperials too. But yeah, if you're interested in Pike and Shotte, they've got the deal on right now with the book. It's going to end soon, but if you want to get a box like I did, add a cannon in there, go for it. Looks like a fun game. I hope to get in it very soon after we start doing Hail Caesar here. So thank you for watching. Just like this video if you enjoy this kind of stuff, and subscribe if you want to see more content in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.